Talking.
Vasudeva Sutam Devam Tam Shesharunamardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. You guys want to keep doing the thing together rather than one leading? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
We're gonna do the side slopes all at one
All
time.
at one time, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we won't do.
We just
calm
saved
response.
Yeah, I know.
No, it was supposed to be Reha.
Okay, come on.
It was
let's go.
Reha, no.
Chalo.
No, I'm just saying we saved him in
Oh
general.
yeah.
Okay.
Save everyone. Okay.
Om
Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Asato ma
Sadgamaya Tamso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om
Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate.
Good deal. So we will start doing this so nobody has to lead. Good? But Gita Slok we will lead still. Okay? Okay. So for the last week we talked about much about like last two classes we
We're
talked
supposed
about
to like you
between
tell us, you make us. You make us say what we talked about last 2 weeks.
no this week I'm not telling you to tell. I'm gonna tell you because there are a lot of things that we gonna miss otherwise. So we talk about more about the bhakti yoga, right? We talk about how Krishna Bhagavan had different phases and how how we have to dedicate or surrender ourselves to Krishna Bhagavan. So there is a bhakti yoga. We talk about 4 different yogas that Gita teaches, right? Anybody remember? That was hard. Go, Saisha, go.
So you can look at it.
Yeah.
Hey, karma
Karma yoga.
yoga,
Mm-hmm.
gyan yoga,
Dhyan yoga.
yoga, and bhakti yoga.
Dhyan yoga and bhakti yoga.
She said Gyan. Wait, did you say
I
Gyan?
said,
Yeah.
I said bhakti yoga.
No.
Dhyan.
Did you say Gyan?
Dhyan.
No, I did. I said
Yeah,
all
he
4.
did.
Oh.
Okay. So we talk about more about Gyan Yoga and Bhakti Yoga, right? We made a differentiation between what is Gyan Yoga and Bhakti Yoga by the example of,
Krishna's friend.
what was the name?
You.
Uddhav, right? We talk about how Uddhav was so Gyani, but there was something missing. So you know what, when you will read Gita more and more, you will understand these 4 yoga, how they are different. Krishna light chala do beta Gita ki wo dikha nahi hai. So, So Bhakti Yoga, how these 4 things are classified, and everybody will go with any of them. It doesn't matter, right? Vivekananda Swami says harmony of all 4 yogas is needed for liberation or for bhakti or for, all these, harmony of these 4 yogas are needed for our salvation, liberation, whatever you talk about, like, stopping our death and birth cycle. But it's not necessary that you go behind one yoga and you don't do other one. It doesn't matter, right? It's just giving you that somebody will go with the Gyan yoga, somebody will go with bhakti, or somebody will go all of them, like they do all together, right? So we just talk about a little bit. You remember we talk about Mirabai, how, with the God's grace, what happened is like, the people who were ready to kill her, instead of snake basket, they got the garland basket, right? So it is just the God of grace of God that, the baskets were exchanged, or grace of God that, the poison was exchanged by the nectar, like the person who was who was supposed to get the poison, accidentally he got antidote rather than poison. So that with God grace things happen. So if you have God grace on you, a lot of things will happen according to you if you do the bhakti the right way, right? So that was a little bit we talk about bhakti yoga. We are going through Jnana Yoga in Gita right now, or we're going to only talk about bhakti yoga. We talk about last 2 classes for bhakti yoga. Now you remember I was talking to you guys about one more Uddhav story, and you guys probably didn't remember much about it, which we did beginning of the class. So I will just give you a recap of that story, and then we will start with Gita. So what happened is Krishna Bhagavan finished his work on this earth and say, okay, I'm done. Now I'm going to leave my body and go. It's not needed anymore, so I don't want to stay on the earth anymore. So he was about to leave, and he saw Uddhav, and he said, Uddhav, whole my life, nobody... Krishu, beta, देखना वो है क्या इसमें? Is anybody that?
I'll just keep this up.
Okay. So I think Nisha auntie is asking something that the
Yeah,
class
yes.
has the class started?
Yeah.
Yes. Did Sia come?
No.
Okay. So okay, let's go. So then what happened is Uddhav, Krishna Bhagavan says, hey Uddhav, you'd never ask for anything, and I want to give you something before I leave my body. Uddhav said, no, I don't want anything. And Krishna Bhagavan says, no, ask me something that I don't want to go without giving you anything. You were my best friend. He was the Sarthi for Krishna Bhagavan. For Krishna Bhagavan Rath, he was a charioteer, right? So he was doing that. So Uddhav says, I don't want anything, but I have a little bit confusion. He was very jnani, right? He was very knowledgeable. He said, I have a confusion all my life about something. Before you leave your body, can I ask you these things? And Krishna Bhagavan says, okay, go ahead and ask. So the first question he asked that,
Why don't you go?
we are...
Okay.
Krishna Bhagavan asked, Uddhav says, hey, your teaching in Mahabharata was a little different than what you lived your life. So why is that difference? I'm very confused. Like what you did in Mahabharata, what you taught, was not exactly you lived. And Krishna says, how come? Tell me where you feel the confusion. And he said, first of all, when Yudhishthir, who was your friend? No, he asked, first of all, tell me the definition of real friend. Right? So Krishna Bhagavan says the real friend is who? We already discussed this
The
definition.
person who can see when you need help.
Yes, the
What
person
you
who
need.
can see the
What
friend
you
needs
need, you
help.
can help.
The friend needs help, but the friend never asks. Without asking, you help the friend. That's what the best friend is. So Krishna Bhagavan gives the same definition as what Shasha gave us, right? So Krishna Bhagavan said the same thing. Now, Uddhav says, but you did not live that. You said that's how the friend should be, but you did not. And Krishna Bhagavan says, why did I do mistake? And he said, when Yudhishthir was ready to play dice game, right? Why didn't you help him rather than letting him play dice game and losing, right? Where you were their friend. If they didn't ask for help, why didn't you even help them? Where did the friendship goes?
There's a thing called fate.
So then, and then he says, okay, forget about that. You didn't even help them. But you didn't even, when they were trying to put everybody on, on the playground, like, hey, I'm putting my brothers on the ground to, give it my brothers if I lose. I will give my wife if I lose. When he was doing that, why didn't you come and stop him, right? And then Draupadi also, when he was bring to the court, till you did not help her. At the end, you help her when she was in deep trouble. That's the time you help her. Why didn't you help before these guys? So Krishna Bhagavan says, hey Uddhav, let me explain you what happened, right? First of all, in the history of the world, and in the history of the world, as well as every time, the person who wins, the person only wins when they have vivek. Viveka, we actually talk about that who can differentiate what's right and what's wrong, right? So the people who win is only who has Vivek. So in this case, who had Vivek?
Not Yudhishthir.
Duryodhan had Vivek. Yudhishthir did not. Why Duryodhan had Vivek, right? He had Vivek that he knew he has money, he has everything to win the game, but he knows he is not a good player. So what did he do?
He
He asked the better player to play for him.
Actually,
It's dice.
Dice game, right?
No, but like
technically,
he was really good at flipping the good numbers.
Krishna beta Nisha auntie
didn't
ko
he use his
husband
dad's
ko
bones?
What?
Nisha auntie couldn't go.
No.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
he did.
So
Shakuni used his dad's bones or his someone's bones. Bones?
brother,
yeah.
brother.
Yeah, brother's bones.
Why?
I thought he had bones.
Nisha?
Yeah. When you
Oh,
roll
wood.
the dice was
Wood.
his. That's what he always won because it was.
Oh, I did not know that part.
Well, I don't even know if I'm right, but I heard that somewhere.
Okay. So then what happened is, so Krishna Bhagavan says, first of all, Yudhishthir could use his Vivek, like the differentiation between right and wrong, and he could have asked me to play, right? He never asked what would have happened if I would have played against Shakuni, right?
And he's gone.
So he did not do that. So that's another thing that he missed it. So he said, okay, fine. And then also he says he did not want God to know. So he said, don't come in until I call you. Yudhishthir prayed to God and said, hey, I'm doing this bad thing. Because he knew it was bad. He said, I'm doing this bad thing. Don't come until I call you.
I'm gonna let the guy-
And then he never called him.
So he never called him, right? He was doing all these things, but he never ever remembered
But how do you
Krishna
know
Bhagavan to
Krishna was
them.
God? I thought he didn't know.
Yeah, but he wanted to call God.
You
But
just
he
said
did
God.
not.
You just said God, please
But
don't
God's
come.
God,
there,
please
like,
help.
always. No,
Right,
God's
yeah.
there.
But he did not call. Yudhishthir didn't even say that God, please help me. So Uddhav says, okay. So God, now you are telling that you are always everywhere. But when you do, we need to call you for help. Can you not come by yourself to help us? Right? So Uddhav asked another important question that, hey, why can't you help me when I call, when people call you or your friend doesn't call you? Would you not go? The best friend definition is friend doesn't call, but you need to know their needs and help them. So he says that I am not the karta, means I'm not who's going to do the doer. I'm not the doer. So who is the doer? Based on your karma, what you do, that's how you get the results, right? So I'm not the doer. Who is the doer? The body, mind, and intellect does things, right? So Yudhishthir things was done, but the karma that you do, that's how you get the results, right? So when Uddhav was saying, why didn't you come and help them and win the game? It was not because of Yudhishthir karma. That's what he got the results. So Krishna Bhagavan was there, but he couldn't help him because his karma, Yudhishthir's karma were there to do it. So Uddhav says, why didn't you do anything? I am not the person who does it, right? You are responsible for your own actions, right? So that's the another thing. Then he says, why did you come? So Krishna Bhagavan says, I came for Draupadi. Draupadi, when she was dragged to the courtyard, she didn't even remember Krishna Bhagavan. She remembered right at the end, Oh Madhava, Oh Madhava. Then he comes right away and saves Draupadi.
Oh, I mean, if you're about to die, you're not gonna remember Krishna.
That's what it is. You have to
You
remember
should.
Krishna. You
Well,
should. You should. That's why you have to do all your life bhakti. So at your end time, you remember Bhagwan. Yes.
Wait, but didn't Krishna come because Draupadi? So when he was doing like that little thing, like the saw, I don't know what the
Salt.
no, I don't know.
The dice?
Yeah, no, the spinny thingy, the one
Oh,
that was on
the
his
thing
hand. The thing
Wait,
that was
oh,
on
that
his
shit
hand. Yeah, that thing.
Isn't that Vishnu?
What?
No.
Krishna Bhagavan has it. Vishnu
Yeah.
is the Krishna Bhagavan is the avatar of Vishnu.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
so, when his fingers started bleeding, Draupadi was
Draupadi helped her.
so
to-
that's why
he
came,
came.
right?
Yeah.
But
But
was there-
but Draupadi asked him to come at the end when everything happened. So now on this thing, so he said, okay, so we have to call you, Bhagwan, then you will come. Uddhav make a comment again.
Like,
Right? So he said, "You are not understanding my words, Uddhav, right now.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Like if you feel I am close to you, I'm right next to you, would you do anything wrong?
Nope.
If you feel God is inside you or right next to you, would you intend to do anything wrong? Because
No.
God is watching you all the time,
That's kind
right?
of crazy.
So
but
the
no.
people who will not do anything wrong if you start feeling like God is
It's
inside
like
you.
it's like if your parents say don't touch your phone or iPad or something, then would you
Or
want to
imagine
like
if you had,
start
like, a
watching
tracker
if your
you-
parents are right next
Oh
to you?
God.
And they could track where you are.
Anyway,
Yeah, also,
so
like,
that's
um,
how, yeah, that's it. So you would not do anything wrong. So that's what God says, like you would, if the person who realized that I am right next to you, they will never do anything wrong. So that's the bhakti again, right? So bhakti yoga will give you an essence of having God always with you, inside you, and then you will not do something wrong. So your karma will be good too, right? So that's how, that was the Uddhav story of the bhakti
if
yoga.
God is like acting like a friend and like let's say you have problems, your friend can't fix it for you, right? So
Yeah.
like that's why
I
God
mean, I would
can't.
still do
That's
bad
why
things.
God can't be the doer. You have to be it. Cause like let's say you're trying to help your friend, you can't fix their problem.
You cannot fix their problem.
They have to fix it themselves.
Yeah.
You can help them fix
Say,
it,
like,
but
Guys, you are. Is it going good? Can you listen to the whole thing? Thank you.
stop being fat.
Okay. So you got that part. So that's one thing that we have to. When you guys start realizing that God is right next to you or right inside you, that's where the life gonna start getting so smooth and so good. But that point is the point where we want to reach. Nobody is there yet, right? It's not gonna be. It's not easy to go to that point. But whenever we get that point where we
To
are
reach
like,
that point that like
then
that's-
the life will be, so God will give everything to you because you
Like,
realize
point
that
that,
God is right next to you, and that's how the
point,
things
like
will start.
you know that God's.
What if one of our friends is God? And we just don't
It's
realize.
me.
Okay, so that's,
I mean, let's say one of your friends is God. Then that friend does everything right. Do you have any friends?
I would be
Yes.
friends with someone.
Yes, I do.
okay guys,
Like does everything
let's
right.
keep
and
it
has
track,
to
we
be
actually
God.
started too late today. Okay guys, you understand that part?
Yeah, you're God.
So you got the part of how what bhakti is, right? So bhakti is at that the ultimate of bhakti is when we start realizing God is inside us, watching us all the time, and helping us all the time. That's where the
Oh
bhakti
my
is.
God.
Okay.
Was that whenever we closed our eyes and we saw someone in the back of our mind watching us?
That
wasn't God, though.
that's
That was
consciousness, but that's
Yeah.
what we are combining it with God. So Gyan Yoga will take you there. Okay,
I
sounds
connected
good.
the dots.
So we're gonna get back to Geeta. Are you guys ready?
Wait,
Yes.
you know that feeling you get randomly when you feel like someone's watching you? It's God!
Oh God. Oh, I really thought I was soccer.
Okay, so right now what we're gonna start is we're gonna start reciting the slok of Gita together one time. So we're gonna start 10 sloks every day. We will add one slok. We will take one slok out whenever we get it. So whatever sloks we go. So right now today, starting today, we will do chapter 11, chapter 2nd. From stroke 11 to 19 because that's where we ended. 18 we ended, we're gonna go to 19, but we have to revise from 11 to 18. So we're just gonna, as a group, we will sing together. Okay?
Is Sia gonna sing? But she's not here.
She is on the Zoom call.
Oh, hi Sia.
Okay. So, can you guys open all slok 11 on second chapter? Okay, can somebody share the page number?
Recap.
72 page number, I'll give
all
it
together.
No, 70.
It's 72.
11.
Page
75.
It's 72.
It's 89.
For me,
It's
it's
69.
Hey guys, don't get confused. Okay, you ready? Can we start? Everybody has the slok 11
no.
open?
Yes.
Okay, we will wait, Raj.
72 in the small group.
Huh, Rajan?
Wait, then what is in the big Gita?
72.
The same.
We
Oh
are
yeah, 72.
So why do you say small?
Guys,
Because
can
this
I
is
just-
small.
Small one.
This is big.
72, Rajan. 11
Guys,
slok.
be
Hey
quiet.
guys. It's 72 and slok 11. Yes, yeah, beta. Yeah, you all sing, Raja, but we will talk to when we come to 19. Then we will see. Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
We're doing a recap.
So let's start from 11. You guys all ready?
Yeah.
Shri Bhagavan
Vacha ashochanan vashochastvam prajnavadanschha vasase gatasun gatasunscha nanushocanti pandita natvevaham jatunasham natvam neme janadipa न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम् देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहान्तरप्राप्तिर्धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यते मात्र स्पर्शस्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्णसुखदुःखदा आगमापायिनो नित्या संस्थितिक्षव भारत यं हि न व्यतयन्ते ते पुरुषं पुरुषर्षभ समदुःखसुखं धीरं सोमृतत्वाय कल्पते नासतो विद्यते भावो न भावो विद्यते सतः उभयोरपि दृष्टोऽन्तस्त्वनयोस्तत्त्वदर्शिभिः अविनाशी तु तद्विद्धि येन सर्वमिदं ततं विनाशमव्यवस्यस्य न कश्चित् कर्तुमर्हति अन्तवन्त इति देहः नित्यस्योक्ता शरीरिणः अनाशिनोपरस्य तस्माद्युध्यस्व भारत.
Okay. Sia, you want to sing, Raja? Yeah, beta. Huh? What page is it? 82 is 19.
Oh, 82.
82.
82 is 19. Sia, you want to sing the 19 one? Okay, guys, we have to follow Sia. She's singing.
Like a long time ago.
Okay, beta.
Is it line 19?
No, the before the 19 line. Yeah, in
Yeah.
that one.
That's
Okay.
why you're confused.
Okay.
य एनं वेत्ति हन्तारम् यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते.
Together.
य एनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते.
Okay. Thank you, Sia. That was really good. Good job. Okay. So we started from, where did we started from? 11th slok, where it says that, what was that? Arjuna asked one practical question. Tell me, what should I do? What is right and wrong, right? And Krishna, rather than giving right and wrong answer, he starts with saying a deep knowledge. He starts with giving the knowledge of self. First, you need to know what you are, then you figure it out what's right and what's wrong. He did not give a straight answer there, right? So what happens is he starts with knowledge of self, right? What is Atman, what is Anatman? Who is body and who is embodied? Means what is this body and what is the knower of the body? Embodied means Sharir. Sharir is the Hindi word of body, and Shariri means who is embodied. So he differentiates between self and non-self, Atma and Anatma, right? So we talk about Atma, that is consciousness, Atman we say, and then Anatman. So we talk about Anatman. What is Anatman? Let's describe that first. So it was the physical body, right? That is the
Body,
physical
mind,
body.
intellect.
Physical body. Now look inside your physical body. You will see there is more physical body. Right? You will say there are all the organs and everything, right? So then it becomes more physical body. That also come in,
This one?
we say subtle body.
Yeah.
What?
Subtle,
Subtle.
body.
Subtle.
Subtle physical body and gross physical body.
Gross.
What is it?
Okay.
B-T-L. Okay.
It's basically
So then we talk about that our thoughts, right? When I tell you look inside you, then I don't ask you to look inside your physical body and more physical body organs. That's what I was not mentioning. I'm like, look inside you, then it is the thought,
Body
the
mind.
decision making power, all those things, right? So we talk about Anatman thing, our physical body and subtle body, right? That comes in Anatman.
Body. And then subtle is mind and intellect.
And subtle is mind and intellect, right?
Body.
Physical body and subtle.
Then the third thing that we talk about Atma is different, right? Between not
Atma
physical
is-
and not physical body, not subtle body. Atma is the consciousness that we talked about before, right? So God starts with differentiating these two. And then he starts with characteristics of what Atman is, right? We already know what body is, what subtle body is, right? We already talk about this, and science is a lot advanced in these two things. You can open your science book and understand this part, right? So we're not going to go in Anatman part of our body. We're going to go in Atman part of our body. So he started explaining the characteristics of Atman.
Atman is a subtle body, right?
Subtlest. So,
Subtlest.
So-
Atman is your consciousness.
Oh.
There's so many names for
Personality.
consciousness.
personality comes in
Personality.
mind. Mind is your personality, right? So mind, the thought you feel, that's your personality. So that is also subtle.
Atman has
Right?
like many names. It's like
Yeah,
consciousness,
Atman, consciousness, soul,
Brahman.
Brahman, all these things we talk about that,
Brahma,
right?
not Brahma, Brahman.
That's what
Brahman.
I said, Krish. Yeah, Krish.
Okay, so let's start from there. So then what happens is, so first slok, 11th slok was what? That you don't grieve on
Yeah, don't grieve
The
on
dead.
dead.
dead
Or
or
alive.
alive, right?
Don't grieve.
So,
Just
but
don't grieve.
he also mentioned that you are, so he also mentioned that you are talking like a wise man, but you are
Not
Not
acting
not
like it.
acting like a
I'm
wise
sorry,
man.
but
Yeah. So Arjun is saying, I'm sorry, Krishna Bhagavan is saying, Arjun, you are talking like a wise man, but you are grieving on wrong things, so you don't
You
have to
can
grieve.
grieve on
That's where we
time.
started, right? Then the 12th one comes where it says that there was never a time that I was not there. There was never a time that these kingsmen were not there. There was never a time that you were not there.
And there will
And
never be a
then there
time
will
that
never be a time. So he talked about the past and future. He said present is like you are there, right? You already know you are there, right? So he talks about past and future.
Didn't we talk about this like a couple of
Yes,
months
yes.
ago?
So I
Just
just wanted to
years ago,
recapping it so we can continue it to the next level, right? So then he talks about that. So the limit that you have in physical body and subtle body This is limitless, means it's not, it was in the past, it was in the future, right? So then the Atma characteristic, first characteristics that they talk about is it's eternal. It doesn't die. It doesn't go, right? It was there. It is there, right? So he talk about that, and he talk about okay. So we already discussed this thing, right? So that's what happens in the slok 12. Then 13 slok came, and it says body grows, right? It goes from childhood to
To
youth to old,
adult to old
adult
age.
to old age,
Not wanting to live.
right? But you need to take the final change also with the body that happens after the death. You get the new body. So there is a final eternal change that happens also.
And
So
like your soul just keeps
the
going.
soul doesn't change. So in 13th slok he talks about unchanging. The characteristic of soul was unchanging soul, right? Continuation of the soul. So in 13th slok he talks about that the body changes. All these parts, an Atman thing, it changes. It keep on changing. But Atman thing is never changing. So two characteristics we already talked about. Eternal, it is always there. Now the next characteristic what we talk about is unchangeable. There is no change in Atman. It keeps going, right? Now on 14th, so he saw confusion on Arjun's face. So he got the question that Arjun was trying to ask, like what about this life, right? So he switched the gear on 14th slok, and he talked about that, hey, you know what? Our happiness and distress, all these things depend on the sense gratification. The senses that we have, that gives us happiness and distress. It's not the God giving you happiness and distress. It's not the world, it's not the Atman, or Atman does happiness or distress. What is it? In the physical
senses.
body, the senses that comes in physical body and subtle body, that's the one gives you happiness and sad. So he already gave you the source of happiness and sad in somebody's life, right? It's all depend on your senses.
Senses.
If you have senses, you know your senses like to eat very good food, then what happen is your senses will drive you to eat food, good
Don't
food,
like
right?
green peppers.
Right? So you will keep going and eat sugar if you like sugar. So the senses will give you happiness, and when you don't get the sugar, what's going to happen? You will be distressed, right?
I will die.
So that's what happens when it's all in senses, right? So sense gratification. That's so he already gave you the solution of what's happiness and what sad. Even if you know, hey, somebody doesn't give me, you know, my friend doesn't give me good, you know, she doesn't talk to me, or she doesn't give me any, you know, what would you say? Like, you know, I expect something from my friend and they don't do that thing. Then also happiness and distress come, right? So any sense gratification can give you happiness and depression or distress,
Yeah,
right?
if you think
So
about
that
it,
was the
always
14.
depression.
If there was no distress, there would be no happiness. If
You're
you
not
think
okay.
about it.
It's okay.
So then, so then it continues, guys. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No personal time.
Everything would be normal.
Okay, so let's move on to the 15th, right? So he already told you. Then he said, on 15th he said, the Atman, like whoever understands this thing, that sense gratification will give happiness and sad, is on the path, is fit to the path of liberation. So that was the 15th slok. He said, hey, you know, if you guys understand this part really closely, then you are on the path of
Did he start his
liberation.
own Gita class in the middle of the war? Wait, no, in the beginning of the war.
Yeah.
Everybody sit down.
But then he was only,
Sit down, quick class.
I know, he was only giving to one student, so he did not have to tell them.
I mean,
Bishma
Bhishmapita was over here,
Why do you have to ask the
and
question?
Dronacharya.
That's like with the teacher when they're like, oh, is everyone's dismissed? Does anyone have questions? And that one kid who's like so smart, and he's always like,
Okay.
Oh.
So then next, so then it comes 16th. So now in
He forgot
the
to sign
here
his homework.
it is another characteristic that he says, and you if you remember it very well, the real is what is it?
Real.
Existence
I mean, it's
has
always
always
existed.
existed.
The real always
It
exists.
is an unreal
Never
has
exists.
never existed, right? So we talk about that boiling potato, intrinsic property and accidental or intrinsic quality and accidental qualities, right? The one that reality depends on other, right? So the existence depends on other. So everything that is surrounded us, existence depend on
Us.
us,
It's
right?
Mithya. It's called Mithya. Bardic.
Yeah. So then you and the so who what is existence never ends? What's existence never end?
Us. Soul.
Property, soul, self.
Big
Good,
us.
Nishi. That, I
I'm
like
so
that.
smart.
I know you are.
I should be in
chicken. So the
advanced
dinosaur
class.
came first.
Yeah. So
Don't eat
AP,
it.
get that class.
Eat that class.
so then what he says that you are the self is the
Dual
reality.
credit, Ethan.
All the other for sure. Really have to-
Sorry.
I think eat that class.
Okay, so you are the self is the reality, and all the other things around us is dependent reality. It's unreal, right? It's mithya. It's the existence is dependent on Atman. So that's what the slok 16 said, right? So that was a really performed slok for Jnana Yoga. Then in 17th, so now in 16th, what was the characteristic? That Atman is real, right? So we already got like 3-4 characteristics: unchanging, real, eternal. Like well, we got all these characteristics of Atman already, right? Now 17th he says that everything around you exists because of this Atman, means Atman is pervading in everything, right? Because of Atman you see everything, so everything exists in your consciousness. Atman and consciousness are same, so then it is pervading everywhere. So this is another characteristics of Atman. So pervading, all pervading, so means everything is because of the Atman. Good job, guys. So that was 17th. Now 18th he says apramaye, which word means that the everything is object of Atman. Object is like the one that you can study on, that you can get knowledge on, right? The object, right? Our body is also object. That's why science do so much study on the body, right? Everything is an object, but Atman is a
Place.
subject.
Place.
Place?
Place now.
It is a subject, right, which you cannot study on. It's a subject. So now the fourth or fifth characteristic is that everything reside around us is an object that you can study on, but Atman is a subject that for which who you get the knowledge, right? Depending on whom you get the knowledge of an object. So that was 18.
So
Now
What's an
let's
object? Wait,
Like,
what's
think
a
about it's
subject?
like no, like
What do you like
if
talking
you go to
about?
the school,
You
if you
can't
think about
study
school,
math. Well, yes, you
isn't
can.
it? Would it be like
Did you?
object is a subject and Atman's the teacher?
Subject.
Would it be like that?
unchanged.
Taking math
Mama.
right now.
Unless we aren't.
Mama.
Uh,
Would it be like objects are the subjects and Atman's the teacher? Would it be like that?
no one?
Like objects are like the school subject and Atman's like the teacher, right?
Yeah, object is the whole entire world, Raja. The knowledge.
No, you're taking an example like objects are like you study about them.
कृष्ण
And then,
बेटा वो वर्षिनी आपको चली गई देखो. Okay, so unchanging, eternal, real.
can you just see it? Maybe she's
No, she was in there.
No, he was in there.
She was there before. I think she just accidentally.
All pervading. What else? Unchanged, eternal,
Subject.
real, subject.
Not
Subject means like all knowing. Right?
What else?
Right, guys?
Yeah.
Something that
All
does
Yeah.
not-
All knowing.
I choose smart for you.
Okay. So we already got these from 11th till 18th. We already got these many characteristics of Atma.
What's the third one, like after?
Real
Oh, real.
and then all pervading
A subject.
subject. Okay, so those are like, we got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the characteristics already, right? Now let's go to the 19th.
I already learned that because I'm in AP Gita class.
Oh, okay, so you tell me what is there.
That's personal information.
Okay, okay, chalo, let's go and read 19th.
19.
Okay.
We just read 19?
Oh, without
Yeah.
it.
So it says who he thinks. Guys, 19th slok that we just led us on that 19th slok.
Okay.
So it says that
Okay.
he who thinks that Atman, it means Atman consciousness as a slayer,
Like as a killer.
as a killer. Slayer means killer, right? We are in the Yuddha year, so that's why the language they use is the killing and these
Oh,
things.
don't they
So,
say oh, hi Krishna, slayer of cunts?
cunts, yeah.
Yeah, they have very long
So they
names.
said that
Yeah.
he who thinks that Atman is the slayer or can be slayed are ignorant of the truth. They don't know the reality, right? The people who think that this Atman
It's for
is a
killing.
slayer or to be slain, that are ignorant of the truth. Now, this is the meaning of this, but you will say, what is the meaning? I didn't get it. So let's go into the deeper sense of it, right? Before we go to the deeper sense, I want to read a poetry that Emerson in 18th century wrote this poetry.
Who's
Emerson, Ralph Waldo Emerson, he was a very good
Oh yeah, I
poet.
heard poetry.
And this poetry was written in...
Oh, there's a quote on the back of the Gita by Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Look, what does it say? Can you read it?
It says,
Hey guys, please listen.
There's a
in.
quote
We have very less time to learn.
It's from Ralph Waldo Emerson. The same
Can you-
guy who wrote this.
I owe him
Mary David.
No, the other guy. There's like 3 people.
I owe him
Mahatma Gandhi.
Okay, guys, let me read this poetry because this is what he took from 19th slok. So I just want you to understand that this poetry. So he said, if the red slayer thinks he slays, or if the slain thinks he is slain, they know not well the subtle ways. I keep and pass and turn again. Far or forget, to me is near. Shadow and sunlight are the same. The vanished gods to me appear, and one to me are shame and fame. They reckon ill who leaves me out. When me they fly, I am the winds. I am the doubter and the doubt. I am the hymns the Brahmin sings. The strong gods pine for my abode, the pine in the vein, the sacred 7. But thou, meek lover of the good, find me and turn thy back on heaven. So that's the poem he wrote. Now, it's also a very high depth poem, so I'm going to talk about it a little bit. So it's the same. The first paragraph that he wrote, if the red slayer thinks he slays, or if the slain thinks he is a slain. Now, this is directly from the 19th slok right here. What he says is, the red and this thing they talk about because it's a fighting and slaying thing that are talking about the killing
Red
and
is
the
like blood.
fight and blood and all those things, right? So they are talking about the people who think that the Atman, he's talking about Brahman. The title of the poem is Brahman. So he's saying that if they think the Brahman is the doer means the killer and killed and all those things, if the Brahman is the doer, then they are wrong. They are wrong because that's not what it is. They know not well the subtle way. They don't know that Brahman is the subtle way that passes on from life to life, right? It's not the doer. So he says, it keep and pass and turn again. So it goes from body to body and pass again. That's what he said. Far or forget to me is near. Shadow and sunlight are the same. The vanished God to me appears, and one to me are shame and pain. So it's all pervading Brahman. That's what he is talking
It's
about.
like
in
saying
this
I
poem.
is in the Brahman.
Yeah, so it's saying that he is in this whole poem I used for Brahman. Like he's talking about the consciousness.
It's not
and that.
capital I.
And then he says, they reckon ill who leaves me out. Who thinks that I'm nothing, who leaves me out, their life is dangerous, in danger, because they don't understand the real self. What they think is the body and the mind is the real. They don't think that it's the consciousness that's the real. So that's why their life is not, they don't understand the reality of human life.
The purpose.
Then the purpose of life. So when me the fly, I'm the wing, I'm the doubter in the doubt, I'm the rim of the Brahmin sing. So I'm in everything. I do everything, but I'm not the doer. So make sure you understand this thing.
Oh my God.
I do
Our
everything
soul
by
is
myself.
I'm in
But we're
everything.
not.
I'm in everything, but I'm not the doer.
This kind
Like
of
I'm the him, the Brahman things like you
I-
say about like the consciousness, but
But he is not the doer. He is in everything, but he is not the doer. So remember this thing. We will discuss more about this thing because it's very important. The strong God spying for the abode. All the God in everybody wants to get aboard go reach God.
Yeah.
Right. Then it says that seven sacred. You know what? In Hindu culture, we have given that Brahman gave seven rishi first.
Yeah.
They came on the earth, and then the whole earth started. The human race started. So he talks about that seven sacred people. They also started from me. But thou, meek lover of the God, the person who loves the God. Good it says, but good means God in here. The person who loves the God, it says that find me and turn thy back on heaven. Now this is very catchy thing. Why would you turn back on heaven?
because it's not the best thing.
It's not the best thing. You want to go to
God.
next to the liberation. So in heaven what happens, it's been said that you go to heaven, you come back. When your karma, good karma
If you're not
exhausts,
sick.
then you come back on earth. So you keep going and
Oh,
coming.
so like
coming.
you go to heaven and
Right
then
here again.
you use your good karma to stay in heaven for as long as you can. But when your good karma is over, you go back.
Easy.
I would rather it's what they
Do credit.
guys.
Stay in hell forever.
Ansh, I
Ever.
ask you to not let them talk.
talking.
You
literally started this
Yeah, you're like,
conversation
No,
started.
Nishi's like, I'm in everything.
Stop
And the party's like, I'm in dual critic.
Okay, guys, come on, let's concentrate in here.
I know.
Okay, so you
It's
guys
funny to
understand? So
me.
it says that
No.
the person who finds the God, who finds the refuge in God is, or understand the consciousness or the Atman or soul, they don't go,
Okay, sorry.
they leave the heaven away. Like they don't even go with the little happiness for a little while. They actually go to Brahman, the liberation right away. So they are talking about the other lok, like it's if we talk about loks, there are too many loks. Like there are Patal lok, there is Svarg lok, and there is many loks that goes 7 or 14 loks that go. But lok means world.
Oh, log. I thought you said log. Like people.
Lok means world. Okay. So now in this poem and also in 19, what it says that I'm not the slayer means the Atman is not the doer. Right? That's what it is. The Atman is not the doer. Doer means karta. In Hindi, in Sanskrit, we say karta, the person who does the work, right? So he is not the doer. And he is not, any action that you take place, there is always a result. There will be always a result, whatever you do, right? Any action you do, there is a result, and somebody is the experiencer of that result. It could be good or it could be bad result, right? Somebody will experience that result. So Atma is saying, consciousness, Bhagavan is saying that it's not the doer, neither he is the experiencer of the results. So again, go back in the thought and say that. So the doer is karta in Hindi. The enjoyer or the person who experiences the result is bhokta. Bhokta means who enjoys that result. So Atma is not the doer, not it is experiencing the result. So they don't, Atma doesn't do that. Now, to give you a example how Atma works.
Wait, doesn't do either?
So Atma is not the doer, not the enjoyer of the results. So Atma is not the doer of the action, not the enjoyer of the results. So now what is Atma then? Again, we are very
The
confused here.
witnesser.
So the little example of what you can compare Atma is. Atma is like a
Third person.
fuel in the car. Now, take it easy, okay? Fuel in the car, or now you have electricity that car runs, so you can think about petrol or electricity,
Tesla.
whatever, fuel or electricity, you
Yeah,
can
most cars still
switch.
run.
Krishu, can I finish, Shahjahan? Okay, so you can do, think about petrol. So, it is the energy of the car, right? That if fuel is not there, and car doesn't move. So, it is the energy of the car. But, does the fuel desire to go anywhere?
Nope. Not exactly.
Does the fuel, on the fuel's desire, we take the car and go somewhere, or that fuel gives you direction?
Isn't
No,
it
that'd be
no.
fun.
Does the fuel gives you direction?
The
We're
person
gonna go
takes
this way
it.
today.
Right, the driver.
The
Does the driving depends on the fuel? If you are driving really smooth, does that depend on fuel, or
No.
does or
It
you
depends all
drive
on
reckless
the
and you get into
driver.
an accident? Does that depend on the fuel?
No.
Not
No.
exactly.
No, right?
Well, it depends. Well,
So
it actually depends because if you run out of fuel, actually no, you stop.
Like the,
But then that
You
would
just
the energy is not there, right?
but
So
then
think
the
about it.
fuel doesn't make you do something bad.
Your bad
Right?
timing.
It's not the fuel gonna guide you or anything, right?
It's your
Does
fault.
the
You
fuel
can
guide
fuel
you where to go? This is the direction you go.
No.
You tell your fuel tells you no, I'm gonna go to this place. You take me there.
FPS.
Fuel never does that, right? So Atma is the one like fuel in the car. Atma is in our world as fuel in the car. It's an energy that keeps us walking, give us movement, give everything. But he's not the doer and not the experiencer. If you go to really good place, right? Is that fuel gonna be really, really happy? Oh, you took me to such a good place today.
No, I gotta play.
No.
Now I can play. No,
Stay
right?
outside.
Well, fuel,
It's kind of dead, so.
right? So if you look at the action, fuel doesn't take any action. The same way Atma doesn't take any actions for you, right? So that's not happening. Then fuel is not the one who decides where to go and what to do. So that same way Atma doesn't decide where to go. So Atma neither acts nor can it be acted upon, right? The same way it cannot slay nor can it be slain. You got that part? Now, if you connect these two, so that's what the 19th sloka means. So far, we got all these characteristics. Now, the next characteristics what we got is not the doer, nor the enjoyer or experiencer. I cannot write it, but you can understand. Enjoyer or experiencer of the result, right? So that's what it is. Now we're gonna come to the body.
Like
Yeah.
experiencing.
So our mind is the
senses.
person who does it, and then, or it's what, I don't know.
Yeah, the senses are the intro.
Yeah.
Like
So
that's
that's
the
how
part
it
of the
is.
body.
Not the doer or the
Kind of
doer.
ties in with like.
Not the
Not the doer and not the experiencer of the results. Okay, now let's go to the slope number 20. You guys got 19?
Yes.
Good? Okay, awesome. Thank you guys. Let's go to the 20. Sia, you want to sing the 20? Okay.
It's on 83.
83 page number.
I thought you said
On the small book.
84.
Oh no, 82.
82.
What?
80.
It's 82.
82 page number.
82.
Yeah.
It's literally 82.
87. Just kidding.
No, it's
It's
82.
82. इतने सारे लोग बोलते हैं मैं I will tell her.
She was 83, no 84.
I messed it up.
Okay, you want me to sing it then?
Harry Potter.
More death.
Or sing the first line?
He has not. Why is it he?
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूय अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमने शरीरे.
Good. Okay. Good job. Together?
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूय अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
Okay. Now again it says self means Atma, right? So what it's saying that self is not born nor die at any time. It doesn't come in existence again and again. Self is birthless, constant, eternal, and ancient. So let's talk about the words that is being used. So it says Ajay. The first word Ajay means not unborn. Ajay means unborn one. It's never been born, right?
You mean Jayate?
Jayate means it's ajayate. Na jayate.
Oh,
Na
na
jayate means
Not
ajayate
born.
means
Not born.
never born, right? Jayate means born. Na jayate means never been born, right? So ajayate one that never born. Then nityam. Nityam is the one that is eternal, never get out of existence. So that's unchangeable, eternal, that never dies, never born is Nityam. Then Shashvata, it's unchanging, changeless. Unchanging, that is mean that there is no decay, nothing goes decay, right? So how the body goes from the birth to death and then it goes to the plateau of growth and then it starts decaying, right? So then it becomes decaying, but the Atman doesn't go to the growth plateau and start decaying. So it doesn't decay. That's Sashvata. Purano means ancient. It's ancient but ever freshening. So that's the whole, all the word. And Hanyate, Hanyamante Sharire means
Not
self, Atma does not destroy with the destruction of the body. So Atma doesn't destroy. Now, this thing Krishna Bhagavan told so many times. Now this is the third time he is repeating, right? But when something is very emphasized and you are teaching somebody the first time this concept, then Krishna Bhagavan had to repeat couple times to give the importance of how
That's
much
what a lot
important
of
this is. That
teachers
it's
do.
not going to be it's never born, it's never dead, it's always there, it's unchangeable, and it's an ancient. So that's how it is going. So in Sanskrit dictionary, it says that the body, our body from birth to death, it has 6 changes. And what are those 6 changes? The first one is Janma, birth. Means you have birth, right? So that is Jayate, born. You get birth. Then second is Asti, existence of you. So when you get born, you get existence. So that's the second change that happens. You get an existence.
Like
Then the third is the third is Vardate, means you start growing, right? So that's the another change to the body, Vardate. Then it says Vipurate, means you continuously grow, then the plateau comes and then you go downwards, the decaying starts. So the plateau comes, that's the Vipurate. Then Apakshate means the aging, the degradation at the end, right? So that's the next change. And the
Like a
last
story
change in
plot.
Nakshiyati means you
Death.
die. So those are the 6 bodily changes. So in this shlok, they actually took all 6 and says not this, not this, not this, not this, not this. So soul doesn't janma, jayate, no jayate. It doesn't go the growths and
No
get the
existence.
plateau,
There you
knowing
go.
it has eternal existence. It's ancient means it's so old, but it's still fresh, right? It keeps continue going. So that's what it says, that it denies all 6 changes that body goes through. They are saying that this all 6 things doesn't happen to Atma at all. So it's not. So it's unchangeable, eternal, impermeable, immutable, right? It doesn't mutate, birthless. So all these characteristics are for Atma. Now, in this, one thing that we have to notice was, so it also is a subject, not the object. So did you get all the characteristics of Atman now so far? Right?
Compare a human. You could compare like a human life cycle to like a story plot map. Like that.
Yeah, it goes.
Like a story
I totally
plot
just
map.
Like starting
Oh,
point,
you can
rising,
compare. You can
Like-
compare like a human life cycle to like a story plot.
Like
map.
Rising.
climax? What's the
like
climax?
rising part, climax,
What's the
It
climax?
depends on
go
what.
thriving.
My climax is never gonna
Okay, so you guys got it. I know it's too much for you to learn, but that's how we will learn now. Then we will, execute it later.
There is
And
no
yeah.
demand.
So you guys are ready to go to the next slok? The 21st? 5:10. And did we start at 4:10 or 5:10?
This game started at like 4:10.
10? Okay. Okay, we will start the 21 going forward. So from 11 to 25, he is going to keep going on Jnana Yoga, right? And then from after 25, they will start Karma Yoga. You know that second chapter is summary of all 4. It's going to come all 4 in this one chapter. So we got Jnana, now we're going to go, after 25, we're going to go on Karma Yoga.
Isn't third like all?
Now sometimes you feel like, hey, Sonal aunty, why you keep asking us to sing the slok we don't even understand, right? I would like you to go and sing those 10 slok every day if you can, and have your parents sing with you too. See, look how you can, your parents taught you everything, now this thing you teach them. How good it is.
This is
Okay.
not life.
Right,
I
so,
know how the soul works.
no, so here's the thing. Guys, when I'm going to tell you a little quick story and then we guys can finish this class. So when we talk about the, why do we sing the shlok when we don't even know the meaning of the shlok, right? Why do we do that? So there was a story that there was a teacher who kept on asking the student to keep singing the shlok all the time, shlok, and not giving them the meaning of the shlok. So one student got really tired. I want to know the meaning. I just keep on singing this without any, I don't know. I just keep saying that I want to know about this meaning. Can you do it? Then the teacher says, okay, I will tell you the story if you get me a glass of water. I will tell you the meaning. So then he said, okay, water, a glass of water, I can get it right now. Let me know why are you not telling me the meaning of the shlok? So then Guruji, the teacher, gave the glass to him and said, go get the water. So the Shishya goes to the river that was very close by and get the water. But when he filled the water, he sees the glass had little holes in it. So when he brought the glass back, the water was all spilled, right? So he said, oh Guruji, the water got all spilled, I get it. He said, I don't know. I will only tell you if you go get the water in this glass. So then the student says, oh my God. So he ran again to the river. This time he said, instead of walking, I'm going to run very fast and get the water so water doesn't spill.
That's not how it works.
So then he ran and he got the water and he said, again the water spilled. Though he ran so fast, still the water spilled. And then Guruji says, no, I want the water in the same glass, so go get it.
Put another glass.
So then he says,
Big rain.
So then the Shishya goes again and he says, okay, I'm going to go in the auto rickshaw this time so that I get.
What? Girl!
It's more to
I thought, did you say he's a student?
So he
No,
goes.
like he's
They
gonna
said,
hire a rickshaw.
yes, hire a rickshaw, and he said, okay, take me rickshaw to the river really quickly, fast, and bring me back really fast. So he ran really fast, and he came really fast, and still the water.
Just cover the holes with your hair.
50 and water for the river, but there's no auto rickshaw.
Then so he got tired now. So the student says, I'm so tired. Tell me what you are trying to teach me now here. And definitely Guruji, teacher has something in the mind, right, that he wants to teach the student. So tell me what you want to teach. So he said, you know what, whenever you got this water, the water all spilled, right? But what did the water do to the glass? Clean.
Oh.
Every time he got the water in the glass, it got keep cleaning. The same way, when you read the sloks, it cleans your mind. Though you don't understand, but still it keeps cleaning. It's, you need a clean mind to do bhakti or to get the jnana of Bhagwan or to get, all these things. Need a cleaner mind, right? You cannot have a lot of kachra in your mind. Oh, I need to do a lot of things here and there, and then do bhakti. That's not going to work. So for cleaning of your mind, the slok helps you clean your mind, right? Got it? Okay, come on, let's do
What if your life is?
Vasudev. Let's do
Vasudeva
Vasudeva
Sudam Devam Kamsacharuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha.